All right, well, welcome everybody today to the Heart of Food and Beverage, Good to Grow's podcast, where we interview interesting, amazing folks in the food and beverage industry. And today we have Grandpa Jay's here with us. We have Nora and Jenny, and I'd like to welcome them both to the show. Welcome,
Thank you.
Nora and
Thanks
Jenny.
for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Is this my first podcast?
Okay.
Have you done a lot of podcasts?
Yes.
We've done 3.
I've done more than that. Sorry. I've got another one tomorrow with Sportsnet. Like, come on.
Wow. What are you doing
Done quite a
podcasts
few.
with Sportsnet for?
Cocktail Rim.
Oh,
The Grandpa Jay's for
okay.
yeah.
Oh my god,
Joe Leary.
Do you know what? I gotta say that one of the things that I love about you guys is that you pop up in the most bizarre ways, right? Like, yeah, oh yeah, Cocktail Rim. Yeah, no, it is a compliment. It is, because you're like totally thinking outside the box of like, oh, I'm just going to put it on my steak, right? Like, you're always thinking about these different things that you can be doing, different iterations of your product. And I'm like, it's kind of brilliant.
Well, we are an ingredient. Our
Yeah.
product is used in so many different applications.
Right.
We like to push that part, right?
Yeah, and we're always cooking. So it's like, how can I use that uniquely?
I'll be making sourdough and then I'll incorporate one of my products in bread at home, which is odd, but it works.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How about you share with everybody kind of your backstory a little bit, how this came to be, because I'm sure people go like Grandpa Jay's and it's 2 women and what the heck is going
they love that.
on.
They're like, so which one of you is Grandpa Jay?
Okay, but we did coaching during the, for our pitch and plate event that comes up where you're pitching to post-secondary and to healthcare.
Yeah.
And so we talked about this. Remember, we talked about the story, and there was a real sense of like, can we talk about this or can we not talk about this? And I think talk about it because it's such a cool story. So can you share with everybody how the Grandpa Jay's came to be?
So Grandpa Jimmy, that was his name, and he is our great uncle, and he worked in restaurants and steakhouses for like 40, 50 years in Vancouver. Wow. And he worked for a very successful steak company here in Vancouver. When he retired from the kitchen, the boss sort of said, hey, can we start the seasoning line? And my uncle was in charge of creating all the seasonings for the company. Eventually, when that company was sold, he realized that there was nothing with no MSG, like an all-purpose seasoning salt without MSG for food service.
Right.
And he's like, I have the contacts. I know how to make it. Let's just go in and do it. And he did. Okay. And he successfully, immediately was launched into the big food distributors in the city.
Right.
And he kept his company going for almost 9 years. Then he passed away.
While he was still working.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And when he passed away, our cousins approached us in the estate and they said, you guys have the restaurant, because at that time we still had the family restaurant. They said it would be a good fit. And
what was the family restaurant? Where was that?
Romana's in Burnaby.
Okay.
I was there for 41 years.
Wow, cool.
And they approached us and they said, we think it's a good fit. So my sister and I decided we would buy the business, and we kept it going as this little food
When
wholesale.
was that? When was
2003?
2003.
No, 2004.
Okay, 2004.
We
Wow.
took it over.
Yeah.
And continued.
Wow.
Since.
Over 20 years.
Yeah.
It's over 20 years.
Yeah. And we just kept it this little small operation,
Right.
where we were supplying GFS and Saputo and Garitzas pallets of seasoning.
Right.
And it wasn't until 2016 where Fatburger came into our lives, and that really changed the way we did our business. And then suddenly the pandemic came.
Why? Sorry, why did that change?
Volumes.
Okay, so higher volume. So you then thought, we got to take this business more seriously. Wow, there's something here.
Yeah.
We moved to a bigger co-packer.
We moved to a co-packer.
I mean, we were getting orders off fax machines back then, and not even knowing who buyers were, or we had no idea who was using our product. We had very little. We didn't have any mentorship or anyone to look to for questions. And with the pandemic, when the pandemic came, we had to face the music and find out how do we get through this.
Yeah. So we decided this is our chance for the retail.
Oh, okay.
And we just did the work. And at the same time, we then realized, let's try and grow back because we're getting successful.
Right.
And the two went hand in hand. So both of them just pushed us, and we just kept it going.
Wow, what a great story.
Yeah,
what
one product.
Yeah,
till the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And like, so this is over 20 years. What's the, like, is this like it's our legacy, we have to do it? Or is it, there's just a love of the, like, what is it? What is it that keeps you guys going for 20 plus years?
Can't give up.
Because?
I mean,
we love it.
Okay.
We love
providing a consistent, delicious flavor and creating new products. We're very creative people.
Yeah.
And because we have the restaurant experience, we've got a good palate. And we enjoy it. Now that we're succeeding and
growing,
we're liking it.
Right.
Before, my sister and I bought the business, we both got married the same year, both had kids the same year. So we're parents and like business owners, but not focusing on the business. Like I said, faxes would come in, product would be made.
Yeah.
And until we almost lost the business where we actually had to be like, you know what? Let's focus. And here we are.
Mm-hmm. And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And we just saw that opportunity with the shelves emptying during the first couple of weeks of the pandemic. And I was like,
gosh, that was scary, hey?
This was our chance.
Yeah.
This is our chance.
Yeah.
What's your why? Like, why?
Why?
Because I said, like, our why.
She's
like,
taking over the podcast.
No, like.
I'm just joking. What is your why, Jenny?
I think it's providing the consistent flavors for people to enjoy food.
Yeah.
I don't like hearing people, I can't cook, I can't do this. Well, yeah, you can cook. You just got to make it easy. And here, this product will make it taste better.
Right. Right.
Or fix it.
Or fix it. Yeah.
A lot of people use our all-purpose to fix things.
Okay.
Something's not going right in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, I just added some all-purpose seasoning salt and it just fixed it.
Right. Okay. And so your future, so that now we're 21 years in.
Yeah.
What's the future look like for Grandpa Jay's?
I think pushing the retail brand now across Canada and beyond, and working
Food service
and pushing the food service is absolutely super important.
Growing with help with people in the industry. That's our next goal.
Okay.
Is getting more multi-units and more national brands using our products, like our Van City Grind steak salt, which we haven't really talked about our products on this session here, but it's delicious and so versatile. And anyone that tries it that is using a regular, say, Montreal, just wants to continue using ours. So we really want to get businesses to switch to
the local brand.
Yeah.
Right.
The local West Coast blended brand.
We want to be in everyone's pantry, kitchen or home.
Okay.
That's our goal.
Yeah. And I mean, and so, today what we really want to talk about when we talk about the heart of food and beverage is the business itself, the heart of this. And there's such an emotional component, right, to doing a business. And so, I mean, in particular, both of you, having done this for so many years. Now, I know, as you were saying, the real push was around COVID. Yeah. But that's still like 5 years ago.
I still think that the real push is actually happening right now. Like we just had our biggest PO leave recently. So like we're pushing and we're excited. So I think we're still in this like force mode. I want my kids to be proud of us, me, and my niece to be proud. Like you asked the why. I think we just want to prove ourselves. Yeah.
We weren't able to prove ourselves 20 years ago. It was very hard for two women to show up into a kitchen.
You've talked about this before. Maybe dig into that a little bit too, as being women in business, and also I would imagine too, with the ingredient that you're selling, that it was probably quite a male environment that you were selling into. So can you speak a little bit about that? Like I don't mean to like dish dirt, but what I'm saying is obviously things have transitioned over time. Can you speak a little bit about that? Like what it was like to begin with and now?
I'll say one thing before you.
Go ahead.
But we wouldn't tell people it was woman-owned for
Wow.
up until the pandemic.
Because we were advised not to.
People said, don't tell anyone, just keep it going, grab a juice. No one has to know, just.
Because it was seen as a negative.
Maybe.
I wonder if it's just that extension to the barbecue dude. Like,
Possibly. We don't really know. We didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't study marketing or business.
I think for me personally, when I look back and then a couple of years ago, I actually found one of our old notebooks in our archives of all the work I had done hitting up all these companies and me being like, no, these are the receipts of where we tried to go and we're told no, 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 like pages and pages. And I was thinking, I was told that we didn't try hard enough. And I was successful in everything that I did at that time in my life, but I couldn't grow Grandpa Jay's into food service back then. Yet I was successful selling sponsorships for my other career. And I knew that I was good at sales, but we couldn't do it back then. I just think we weren't. You
felt there was some kind of wall there.
And looking back, there was a definite wall because I have the receipts.
So what do you think happened? Like, what do you think changed that?
Over time, 20 years, things changed. Yeah. So many Vancouver women have changed the industry in general.
We're just proud too.
And we're more confident. Yeah. And we're more confident. Yeah. Right. And I think all those quick sales that we were doing to get our product retail gave us even more confidence to go back to those chefs and be like, okay, let's talk.
I know you're a good salesperson though, because there was people that were coming to the show that were reaching out to me and saying, Jenny said I have to be there. Which I thought was so funny because I thought, I thought I was a good salesperson, but I don't know if I'd be able to do that. where they were almost scared, like I've got to be there. She's told me I've got to be there.
Jenny thinks outside the box, as do I. Our brains are just we got lots of creativity, so I think she fills can fill a need or tell you what you need and get you there. And she's a connector. So, you were looking for new stuff? You have to go see Andrea and you got to go to this trade show. She's very quick with connecting people with.
Mm-hmm. Social maven.
Mm-hmm. You're a social maven.
Yeah, that's what they call it, by the way. P.S.
You should have that on your business card.
Well, that's cool. A social maven. It should be on your business card.
Social maven.
Okay, make that edit.
That's perfect. So is there any advice you could give for other women coming up in the industry or other people? But it just sounds like you, especially if it's a product like this, where it is kind of a dude's product, right?
I think our product, because you actually have to cope with it.
Yeah.
It's trickier. It's not an easy sell right away. People want to try it, but I don't think it's a guy's product like you think anymore, because a lot of women still need the help. Not still, but they need help in the kitchen too, as do the guys.
But that's consumer versus buyers.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Okay.
You're getting past the buyer to get to the consumer. You got to get to the buyer to get to the consumer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so if they're a wall there, right? Like if the retailer, or not even the retailer, it sounds like the retailer wasn't the issue. It sounds like it was more food service that was the issue.
Yeah. FOMO. And the way that I pitch and the way that I speak to them, it's FOMO. You're going to miss out. You don't want to make the money of my product? Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make this and this.
Especially because we're not direct to consumer, really. Yes, we have a Shopify a store, but it's not active right now. We just too many things going on for us to manage that, as well as everything else going on.
Yeah.
So our our vendors, our stores are making the profit on.
Right.
So Jenny's pitching is that we're not really direct to consumer yet. So
you're direct to retail though, right? You're direct to retail.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's really worked for you.
It has.
And that doesn't work for everybody, because it's not an easy thing for everybody to do. You've got a dry product, you can ship it. It's not that heavy. It's like all those things that are going in your favor. Are you feeling like that was just like the best idea you ever had, was just to keep it that way?
I think so when we first met, we met during a BC food and beverage cohort. I can't remember what it was called, like a sales and marketing cohort, and we were online.
Yeah.
And you were talking about how, and you were teaching, and I was just like, man, we're really an anomaly. Because we didn't have to do that. We went from here to there.
Right.
And there were no in-betweens. I think you had asked, oh, how many demos do you do a year? And I was like, none.
Right.
Because like we just grew so quickly.
Right.
And at that point, when you're now in 30, 40 stores and then you go viral.
Yeah.
There's no time to talk to distributors.
Right.
The stores the POs were just coming and coming. And
right.
people wanted to be part of the momentum. So the next thing you know, now we're at 170 stores without a distributor still.
Right.
We do want the distributor to help us. And I think
So eventually you want one.
I think eventually.
But you're saying right now it's working for you. Okay.
It's working. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah, it's good for people to hear this because, one of the things that I've noticed, like I've been in the industry for a really long time. And so what I've noticed, I want to say since COVID, that there seems to have been this more interesting way of people doing business. Like it used to be like, you can't do that. You have to go this way. You have to talk to this person and you have to do this and you have to do that. And, like here are the expectations and here's the path to market. And what I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years has been a real shift around not necessarily.
Yeah.
Right? Not necessarily. This person's able to do this. This person's able to do that. And it's not just dry products. Okay. It is not just dry products. It really is. Sometimes it has to do with, a desire to have your products on the shelf. And that does kind of, I don't want to use the word Trump, but I have to. Everything else, it beats. Yes, it does. Right, like it can beat everything else, and that's how people can get to market now, and that wasn't the way 5-7 years ago. So we're really seeing a shift in the way that things are moving through the market and how they're moving through the market, and so that makes me happy. Like, I think I would love to see more of that. I would love to see, I know you guys are in a lot of locations now. And that warms my heart, to be honest. I think it's wonderful that you've been able to get around going through distribution.
I think once we do get a distributor and we do that, then we can open our Shopify store and then.
Yeah, because you're shipping all the time, right?
And delivering.
Yeah, you're busy. You're busy, folks. Yeah.
So,
okay.
We have a plan on our to-do list, and every day we try and tackle. Maybe not.
And it's easier for us to be in control of our business. So there's a plus side, right? Because then I know that if I get an order and it's going to Richmond, well, guess what I'm doing? I'm calling everybody in Richmond, Steveston, Ladner
to do more deliveries.
And it's like, oh, those are extra sales that my distributor wasn't going to do, but I will.
Yes.
Right. And we have an order going to Abbotsford. Guess what? I'm calling everybody between Burnaby and and I'm taking everybody with us.
Which makes a lot of sense. And the other thing that I've always said, this is part of what I teach, is, when you're handling your own sales, you're in control of the customer. Yeah. You know exactly how much is running through those stores. You know when they're not selling product. You know when they're not selling enough. You know when they're, being successful. You know the ones to spend the attention on and the money on, because you can see what's an A customer versus a B and C, right? And when you go to distribution, you're removed from that. You don't talk to your customer anymore, right?
Like that in the food service for 20 years, we didn't know who our customers are. And then the pandemic, we asked one of our big customers, can you tell us who's using our product? Because we really want to go and show our face and push.
And somehow we magically got a list.
Wow.
And it showed us and we were like,
the Okanagan? Like they're their biggest customer for food service? Shocking.
Yeah. And how do you manage your business, right? When you don't even know who your customer is, right? Like that's really tough.
For 20 years, I thought it was like downtown Vancouver.
Yeah. See, then you're just assuming something
Kelowna.
That's crazy.
And then we go down and we meet the gentleman from Kelowna and then we're going into these clients' establishments and the chefs are high-fiving us. And they're like, we love Grandpa Jay's. Like, you guys save the day all the time.
Wow.
And we're like, well, and this was our first business trip. It was like, oh, did that really happen? Did we just walk into a kitchen and get high-fived?
That's fun. That's fun.
You know, and I think after that, it helped boost our confidence.
That for sure. That moment boosted the confidence to the point where, yeah. And they were like, you're local too and you're women owned. Like, we're definitely going to keep buying.
This is a common theme though, right? Like it's a common theme of like when you have these experiences where you're just getting such validation, right? And then it just gives you that oomph that you need for the next 6 months kind of thing, right? You need that. And you guys have been doing this for a really, really long time. I mean, is there any advice you could give to people that have been running their businesses for a long time, and also the newbies too? Like what are some of the
keep creating, keep trying. You're going to get no's, but you're going to get a lot of yeses. I think that's
yeah. And listen to the feedback that they have to say about your product. Yes, Nora and I have been blessed that, you know, our family owned a restaurant for 41 years. Our uncle was an executive chef for like almost like 5 decades. Like he blended a product that was extremely good. Yeah. And we have excellent palates. So it's safe to say that we kind of know that our products are good, and anything that we're about to release is good.
Yeah.
You know, does that mean I'm gonna go and release a pie just because I make one good pie? No, I'm gonna definitely test that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever think about going beyond the seasonings?
We have
seasonings. I think we're looking at a new category that we want to
secret. I can hear it in your voice. It's a secret.
Are these like are we like Taylor Swift in a podcast dropping Easter eggs? No.
Yeah. I'll just
spoiler alert, I'm a huge Swiftie.
Oh, okay.
I think we want to we want to introduce a new line into a new category where we dump a seasoning from a packet into either a tomato sauce or a passata or a chili sauce, and have like a barbecue sauce, a marinara sauce, a pizza sauce, and like a bolognese sauce to pay homage to our family's
restaurant.
restaurant.
So then you're still a kind of
dry
seasoning company.
Yeah.
But you're creating it to say, put it in this ingredient and this is the result you're going to get.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that would be for the tomato aisle. And obviously our history in Burnaby helps with people wanting the classic Romana food that we offered. And so we have a feeling that it's
I feel like that's
really
something
good.
I should go in produce, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
Because, you know, the center aisles is kind of quiet, right? But produce is not. And that's where you'll see the croutons and the toppings and the like all that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So we've taken your advice and we've pitched so many produce managers.
Yeah.
And now they start stocking.
Are they putting Greco lemon in there? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Greco lemon and
See, to me,
bravas.
that's just such a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to go down the spice aisle after I buy my potatoes. You're thinking, what am I going to do with these potatoes? Oh, wow. It's like right there in front of me.
I never thought of it. That was thanks to you that you mentioned.
Oh, thanks.
And
thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
So Fresh Street Market Langley now has bravas and Greco lemon beside the potatoes.
Oh, that is so cool.
It instantly.
Smaller independent markets too as well.
I still have this taste in my mouth from you guys having made that little with the bravas for the pitch and plate.
It was
lunchroom.
Yes.
For the lunchroom event where we all got together and then you made little potato, and I'm like, I still can taste that. It was so good. Yeah. So good.
Yeah, bravas is nice.
Yeah. So I would imagine, having been doing this for 21 years, you probably have some good stories about challenges that have happened for you. Is there anything that you're comfortable sharing with the folks listening around challenges that you've overcome?
We were extremely lucky all these years to not have major challenges growing the brand. Through the pandemic, we just kept the business going, never had shortages, we pride ourselves on the retail side and, more importantly, food service side.
Right.
To never have shortages.
Okay.
And about 6 months ago, we started realizing there were issues with our plastics and we were having trouble sourcing them. And then this whole Buy Canadian movement had other people buying up our plastic supplies that we were using.
In addition to that, more people were wanting our products. So
And
intense few months.
intense couple of months. And we had just spent May and June going and meeting new buyers, and we had done your trade show, and then we did the food executives golf tournament where we had all the big boys. They loved our product. They were totally talking about Grandpa Jay's, and then suddenly we realized that we had a major issue with our plastics.
Oh my gosh.
Just finding it and getting
Yeah.
it's been
And having to deal with our suppliers and not having clear communication
Wow.
and us not able to grow our brand. And so she calls it putting a leash on me. I'm not allowed to go out and
you're not allowed to sell.
I'm not allowed to.
You can't even check on customers. Right?
Oh, that must have killed you.
I couldn't do follow-ups to everybody that we just met at the trade shows. Like I couldn't connect and be like, hey, because I'd rather not be like, hey, let's get a deal, and me like, I can't sell to you. I'm sorry.
So we've had relationships with a supplier for many, 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 many
30 years.
And we've created. We're putting more work into building new relationships and sourcing, and that's work.
Yeah,
it's taking time from the stuff that we normally do.
Yeah,
into this. So it's been challenging,
and it culminated with a few other of our vendor relations.
How did you get past it?
We're learning to
day by day. We're learning
cut ties.
Okay.
Some of them, you just have to cut ties even after 30 years, and it doesn't feel good, but you got to do what we got to do to stay in business.
Yeah, well, that's true, right? That is true.
So,
and it's a new day.
Yeah.
It is a new day. I mean, we are, and what a great story to illustrate the tariffs and what's going on, because the same thing happened actually during COVID, right? There was supply issues. And I remember there was a big thing around jars, securing jars. Do you remember that? And like people didn't have jars. And I remember talking to someone that had a nut butter company, and he said to me, I'm fine. And I said, oh, he said, well, as soon as I heard there was a lockdown, he said, I bought 6 pallets of jars. I was like, wow, okay. And then everybody else was kind of like, yeah, it won't turn into anything. It'll be nothing. I thought, well, you were a smart guy.
Well, our jars are really big anyway, so who was really buying them? Apparently now a lot of people are using them.
Wow.
And we can't find them, but anyway, we've fixed that.
Yeah.
We've found a new business partnership to work with. And
So just not that you have to get into great detail, but it's for people that are listening. It's around ingenuity or resilience or whatever. What did you do? Is this just kind of a reckoning around like, okay, loyalty isn't going to work this time. Like we gotta
source, problem solve.
Yeah.
Picky. Now we're picky. Now
about what?
Just quality.
Okay.
We see an issue. It's going back.
Finding plastics when, storage is always an issue, right?
Right.
I can't buy.
No, of course not. Where are you going to put it?
Yeah, and meeting the minimums from the manufacturers.
Right.
That's tricky too. So next year, we are buying direct.
Okay, so that's really what it's done is it's kind of pushed you into the direct. Okay.
If we can. I mean, there's certain pros and cons to buying direct.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
but we've had some great support along the way from people. And it feels like this year's been challenging. There's something always just popping up.
I mean, it's really challenging. I was just saying to someone yesterday that, I think this is probably one of the most challenging times to have a food business, just with everything that's going on. And it's not even that anything's particularly happening at that second. It's more all the chatter around it that freaks people out, and they start to do erratic behaviors, and it impacts everyone.
Well, we wanted to grow into the U.S.
Then
in January came and we just completely.
And we also didn't get our trademark for the U.S. So we were like, okay, that's all in the bun. That's done. We're not pursuing U.S. now.
Okay.
So between the narrative and then our trademark, it was like, well, that's a no-brainer.
For now.
So we will push
Okay.
across Canada and keep going.
Okay, so I'm going to pivot here and ask a question around the fact that you guys are selling direct and it's a lot of stores and that's a lot of work. And so what the heck do you do to like for yourselves?
I like shopping.
I just snort.
I like going for hikes.
Yeah.
I live in North Vancouver, so I usually try to take my dog out on trail or by myself and just try to ground myself or try to travel a little bit if I can. I left my sister this past year. I went to Japan for a couple weeks during the craziest time. Very thankful for that, Jenny. It's on record here.
Okay.
But yeah, just we try to eat healthy, try to get a little bit of exercise in. Try to clear our minds of clutter.
Yeah.
What else?
I really think the most important thing for me is to clear out my inbox. That grounds me when I only see 0 on the email. I'm just kidding. I go to the pool in the morning trying to eat healthy. I had a couple of health scares, so I'm just focused back a little bit on me. And
that will do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It will.
That will do that.
It
well,
will.
That's good.
Yeah.
And so you feel good about where you're going in the future?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we may not have that list on the wall to be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. But her and I are mostly on the same page as to what we're going to do because we're very conservative on the goals and the way that we want to move.
We can't stretch ourselves too thin because even now it's thin, but we're managing. I think we know when not to overdo it.
Right. I'm catching a theme actually through this podcast ongoing of slow down a little bit. Like don't run 100 miles per hour because all you're going to do is burn yourselves out.
We are 100 miles an hour, but don't go 150 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah,
but you do have strategies to kind of pull back. And you also have each other, which I think is different than what you see out there, right? Like you're seeing, a lot of solopreneurs and they don't have someone that's got their back. And I think you both have each other's back, which is kind of a beautiful thing to see.
I can call her and say, hey, I'm cut out today. Like, just don't even message me.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. And then she'll take it on. And then.
See, that's not most people. So I think that's part of it too. I think you guys have each other's backs and,
There's also, I like to do some things that she doesn't like to do. And
right. And that's perfect too. What a perfect thing.
But there is work that we both don't like doing. So that's when we.
Right.
We need help.
Yeah. We'll get there. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Who wants to do spreadsheets?
I know. It's tough. It's tough.
Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, we're both very creative and just sitting at a desk doing spreadsheets is not our jam.
Yeah.
Right. I hear you.
But give me a list of 170 customers and I'll go through and I'll cold call them. No problem.
I absolutely believe that.
I will go. Let me loose. Let me loose. Let me off my leash.
Video content for them and create reels.
Well, thank you both for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time, and it was lovely for you to share your story a little bit more. And I hope people really listen. This is a long-term business that you've managed to keep going for 21 years, and so you got that longevity going. And so I hope folks really listen to this.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Good luck, everybody.